Good morning, designers, and welcome to today's episode of Game of Rugs. I don't know what episode this is. I also don't know what day it is. I don't have to go back to work until the 4th of January, and I don't know when that is either. So, this is sort of, the timeless episode. I do like the period between Christmas and New Year's because I never know what day it is. It's the best. It's great. Only if you don't have to work, though. I do understand most people do. Uh, so today we're going to look at some scores, and then we're going to look at the daily because I am 100% trolling myself with that. And then we're going to do some voting. So let's get to it. By the way, I hope you all had really good. Ooh, okay, Christmases. We're off. Cool. I am one, like, I know most people don't like French rooms, and I do understand that. I don't mind them. I often enjoy them. But then I actually like the furniture, and I have French neighbors from whom I could borrow $3,500 sofas when needed. This was definitely not my best French room, but I felt like probably a lot of people weren't going to go for this room, and so I thought I'd give it a crack. I'm pretty happy with a 4.94. I think I won. Did I win the same? Is this thing? Did I win the same buffet table that I... Okay, thanks. Did I win the same buffet table that I used? No, they all look alike. Okay, cool. Top designs. This is the only one that's not pink. It's also not very good. I mean, that's okay. Here's a pink one. Better chairs. She used better chairs than I did. I actually have these chairs, and now I regret not using them. They're French, they're inexpensive, they're absolutely lovely, and I keep forgetting that I can pair them. There isn't a matching couch, so I keep forgetting that I can pair them with just a plain white couch, like this person who got a 5 did. Anyway, yeah, all the rest of the rooms are pink, and that's cool. Pretty and Plaid, I think this was the nursery. It was. Oh, okay. I've seen a lot of different rooms for this in voting recently. Some of them have been terrifying. I thought this room was actually okay. I mean, maybe we don't deck out nurseries in black. No, we do. No, I believe the requirement was actually for a black crib. Oh my God, you guys. Can you imagine if you were a baby and this giant snowman was next to your crib through your infancy? 100% you would grow up to be a serial killer. That is the most fucking scary thing I have ever seen in my life. Legit, I am horrified. The reindeer's very cute, though. Oh my God, the trauma. Like, you'd just be lying in your crib praying that the reindeer could protect you from the creepy, creepy snowman. It's like Uncle Snowman. Oof. It's awful. So bad. All right. Boise. Ooh. Very unexpected. Absolutely delighted. Okay, I spent about 3 hours doing this room, I'll have you know, and this is definitely the third set of shit I put in here. I mean, there were definitely two other directions that I went in first. I can't remember what they were because they're so bad that I've blocked them out. I've blocked them from my memory so I never have to think about them again. But I'm shocked that this room did this well. I mean, obviously I'm delighted. Also, I really like this bed. I mean, it's like I don't want it. But first of all, if I had that bed, I would have to crouch down to get into it, and so I'd never be able to get out of it again. But that's, my problem. Not that I ever want to get out of bed. Who does? This is, I think the nicest thing we can say about this room is that it's very well coordinated in terms of color. The colors are revolting, but that's not this person's fault. This was the limited edition set that was in play at the time. She could have chosen not to buy it. Ooh. Okay, so as we're going to see when we get to today's daily, I was not loving any of the Christmas stuff. I just didn't like these sets, and so I didn't buy them. That's perfectly nice, though. And that's not the worst plant I've ever seen. It's a level 88 plant. Nice. Really nice. And also, let us notice, please, that this person has this from level 97. You get all the best stuff when you grow up. I think it's just, I do really think it's like being a teenager. You look at the grown-ups and you're like, I want to be a grown-up. They get all the good stuff. And then you get to be a grown-up and you realize you only get the good shit when you can pay for it. It's so disappointing. But yeah, I really like a 5 that doesn't use the limited edition sets. And also, I would like to point out that this is a 5 without any limited edition items at all. None. So I'm really, really happy with that. No sets, no Christmas stuff at all. No limited edition stuff, just a really nice looking room that got lucky and did well in voting, and I am delighted. Having said that, I don't want to go to Boise. Okay, and then, the design home gods smack me on the bum. And they're like, do not think you're great. The rug was a huge mistake here, but I struggled and I couldn't find a rug that I liked, and the only rug that I liked was $4,500, and there's no daily I like that much. There just isn't. So I went with this, and it was a terrible mistake, and it was a terrible mistake I knew I was making as I was making it, and I was duly punished by the design home voters. Having said that, I won this, and I really like it. So that is cool. And all of these rooms are better than mine and are using the New Year's Eve limited edition, although this piece of art over here was from one of the Christmas limited editions. And, it's very well coordinated. It's a nice room. There's a lot of gold going on. Nothing that wasn't gold was ever going to be a contender here. And I knew that. But here we are. I did not make that decision. I did not make that life choice. Ogunquit, Maine. I have been to Ogunquit, Maine. Lobster. That's all I have to say about that. Oh, okay. I'm a dummy. I opened this room and I was going to be like, hey, I did a room that looked just like that. I used those same couches and that. No, this is my room. Serena, pay attention. Yes, okay, this is my room. It's a 4.82. That seems like a perfectly fair, if not generous, score. I couldn't find any sofas that matched the requirements, so I just used these because they did match the requirements, and they're the worst. What else am I ever going to use them for? Who would buy those? You look at them, there's nothing more uncomfortable. I can fit like half of one butt cheek on that couch. Like, I look at them and my pelvic bones ache just looking at it. Plus, you have to sit up ramrod straight. It's like that couch, those couches are punitive. That is the couch to which we send naughty children. It actually looks like a naughty step. So I was just happy to be able to get rid of those. This is lovely. I love it when they give us bookcases and hutches and stuff that have things in them. They're so much better than the empty ones. Yeah, so I was happy to be able to get rid of these, and I'm frankly shocked that I got a 4.82 using them. Having said that, I really want to get things I hate out of my inventory. Why? I don't know, because they're just going to keep giving me things that we hate, but what can you do? That's actually really nice. This is made of a bunch of colors I don't like and furniture I don't like, and it all comes together beautifully, and it looks lovely. And it was made by Brinley's mommy. Good job on this room, Brinley's mommy. Not sure about the job in naming your child, but that's none of my business. Weird that the pink tree with the green stuff got a 5, but cool. I'm just trying. There's a lot of variety here. I like this, but I'm kind of like the basic Starbucks bitch of designers, so no big surprise that I like that. And that's about it for that. Ooh, oh, it's the 80s frat boy rug. Ooh, okay, well, I guess everything retro is cool. All right, so speaking of super shitty designs, I just want you to know, on today's daily, I am essentially trolling myself. You ready? Because you're not ready. I know you think you're ready, you're not ready. Speaking of the 80s, it's a very long drum roll. Yeah. What do we think? It's certainly different. Again, this is the third incarnation of this room that I've done. I completely just lost the run of myself. And then I was like, oh, I can't find any chairs that match. Because why would you be able to find chairs that match? Who wants chairs that match? On the other hand, I'm not the one who came up with this horrific art. So this is where we are, and then I did find these chairs. I thought this whole thing was going to be ruined because I was like, oh, we'll just put in some pink chairs. And there aren't really any pink chairs. There's this one, but all the other ones are like blush. That's not really pink. Those are all blush. It's like 900 blush chairs until we get down to this row of chairs. So I could put those in, but they're not nearly as offensive as these. And I'm just going to say, okay, Frank, I am willing to pay $1,246 to buy myself a losing score. And so this is the room that we're going for, and we are 100% going for it. I don't think I have enough points to enter, so we should need to do a round of voting, and if we don't, we will do it anyway. Submit design. You are missing one key. Now, obviously, having lined myself up to submit that room, I should not be allowed to vote on the taste anyone else expresses in their rooms. But this, my friends, is the joy of Design Home. You do not have to be good at it to tell other people they're terrible at it. Also, I like this room because I like the mix of patterns. So I'm voting for this room down here on the bottom. I hate both of these rooms. I don't know what's going on the top. I mean, I realize I'm mixing hot pink and black, and I should shut up and go home. And this person is enthusiastically embracing color mixing. And usually I get behind that, but not in. This is a super elegant room setting that they've given us. And the combination of couch and rug and chairs is super not elegant. So unless the room below is filled with vomit, we're voting for this. Yeah, we're voting for this. Good job, Nixie NATO. Oh, this one's a little boring. I mean, it's very nice, but it's a little dull. This one, I love the choice of the rug and the thingy bob, the linen basket. Look, the rug and the linen basket together with this world away stool that I have never seen. And is so cool. Looks amazing. Those things look amazing together. I would have preferred it if the sofa was like just barely off-white. But this person has chosen a really good arrangement of not very expensive stuff for their room, and I really like it. I mean, I don't, but I like it so much more than the one below. Although, again, the sofa on the bottom is better, but what can you do? We're voting for that. Good job. I'm a fan of using rooms to just get rid of stuff. Like, I like to clear things I hate out of my inventory by putting them in rooms. Not like this. The Hawaiian prints in this room, really, they just ruin it. I'm sorry. This was a perfectly okay design that is now not a perfectly okay design. And this is a perfectly okay design that is not ruined by Hawaiian prints, so we're voting for this. It's fine. Oh, okay. The person up top went to town. That is quite the bundle dump. Sorry, I need some coffee to steady my nerves after looking at this. Okay, and the room on the bottom is just weird. This room is weird. I do like these chairs, though. See? Like, you see this in the store, and you're like, whatever. They're not very exciting. They're totally exciting. Look at that. Look at that. It's so sexy. Oh, oh. Be still, my middle-aged heart. Anyway, that's the only good thing about this room, so we're voting for the room on the top. Good job designs for Lala. Okay, we have enough keys to enter. We will go back to our design, and obviously, I should just shut up because I am the worst. I am the worst. This room is the worst, and I should be ashamed of myself. But this is how I am choosing to end 2020. I am choosing to end 2020 with this room submission, and you can't stop me. So I am going to push the button and submit this design for the daily and watch it get I personally am predicting a 3.94. Please feel free to put your prediction into the comments below for what score you think that room is going to get, and we will see who is right. I hope all of you have had a very merry Festivus and got some rest or are getting some rest. And thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see future episodes of Game of Rugs, please feel free to become a subscriber. We would love to have you. Bye now.